Hi, Scorpio rising. Welcome. Well, first of all, to all of you who had commented and wanted to be next, ask and you shall receive. And secondly, I'm so excited to read you because I got a new deck of cards. They were very expensive, but I love him. I love Ciro Marchetti. He put out kind of a retrospective deck of all his stuff, and they're just so beautiful. I can't stand it, and I can't wait to read with them. And you're going to be the first, and so here we go. Now that I did that big intro, let's just get right in there. So I was actually able to make you all a chart where you're the rising. So there's you right there, and being a Scorpio rising, and this is the world, what's transiting right now. So right now I'm focusing over here on the sun. And so the sun in Aries, I talked all about that energy in and of itself. It's very driven. And for you guys, it's in your 6th house. Now, this can be lots of things. But in and of itself, it's daily service to your body, daily service to the world. It's naturally ruled by Virgo. So this is where we make lists. We tend to our daily life, this is buying food, exercising, the daily grind. Also, it can be very spiritual. I'm not focused on anything, so it's a general. A lot of times this segues into, daily, coming up with daily spiritual practices, which is really at the end of the day, the highest vibration of Virgo. They're seekers. But for most of us, the 6th house is day-to-day stuff that's being illuminated. And right next to him here is Mercury. And this lettering right here indicates that, I don't know why he doesn't want to, he is retrograde right now. So right away, we know that there's a conversation happening, likely an issue from the past, but it doesn't have to be. It's something to review. It's at least an issue that's come up before in daily life. And again, is that your job? Is it, I don't know. Let's see. It's squaring over here to Saturn in Capricorn, which your favorite thing, communication. This is where you guys have been getting hammered. But I felt like with the last reading I did for you all, that you were starting to master it. You were starting to get the hang of it. Like, this is a thing I'm supposed to be learning, and getting more comfortable with it and not so emotional. And it is also a restrictor, but not always. Sometimes when you've mastered the restriction part of that type of energy, it can make you an authority, So I saw with the last reading with Libra, they were getting into authoritative, like becoming a boss instead of bossed around. So we'll see if that's the case for you. Now, that squaring over here, so we've got some sort of communication in job, day-to-day life. This could be you talking to yourself and telling, I got to get healthy. I got to eat better. I got to whatever. And maybe you're seeking out information and reviewing it. Could be as simple as that. And that's what the change in direction would be. Because Mars right next to it, while, a Mars-Saturn conjunction often can be angry, it's what are my responsibilities versus what I want? And what, I want is in your 6th house of day-to-day life is squaring over here to your sense of responsibility or authority or austerity in the area of neighbors, cousins. That's the other thing. Skills is another thing that 3rd house is in charge of. But so it could be action in that area. It feels like a fight, but it doesn't have to be. This could just simply be action, putting an action into place or applying some skills, like that. So right over here next to it, we have Pluto, but he isn't aspecting the Saturn Mars conjunction, but he is in the same house, the third house of communications, neighbors, siblings, skills. It's mostly communication. I mean, that's what Gemini is all about, is communication. And that's the natural ruler. So he's there, and that's where you're transforming in the month of April, is in positive flow over here to Jupiter in your first house. So, and he is also in retrograde. So there's something, you know, something you've been working on, something that's coming back to be reviewed. And Jupiter in your first house, again, is often abundant, but it doesn't come all at once, you know, usually. Especially this time, you know, of year. Libra didn't get a great, where he was right before you, didn't get a great, you know, benefit from that until the very end, because there was a lot of tense energy going on in the world at that time. And so it is here, you know, that full moon was very, very tense. And so this feels like a time when you're going to go back and review and look at those things that are going to bring you the goodness of Jupiter transiting your first house. Now over there highlighted, we have Venus in positive flow to this Saturn and Mars conjunction. This is in your house of the other, or partnership. Now, Libra's reading, because I just did that one yesterday, this showed up as open enemies, which it can often do. It's not always romantic, you guys. But she is in positive flow with here. So this could be a conversation about work, about finances, it could be with a partner, could be with another, it's something with day-to-day life. Maybe the day-to-day life of running a household, a family. Maybe that's the conversation. Venus in Taurus is usually very financial. However, that is your, I'm looking at down here in Neptune right now. He's not aspecting anybody. He's just hanging out there in your fifth house of romance, joy and fun and children. So, yeah. So when they're just hanging out there, they still have power. They just don't have a ton of power. You know, they're not activated right now. Okay, new cards are always so slippery. So anyway, Venus is usually, it's how we give and receive love, it's beauty, it's art, it's projects, things, you know, like that. And also money and relationships. So this can be either, because it's in your house or relationship. But I find Venus in Taurus often is more indicative of money. Venus in Libra is more aesthetic and love and such. But Taurus is a very, very sensual sign. So could definitely be sexy. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so she's at 7 and 10. And she's in positive flow to Mars right now over there. So you could be, well, let's just keep going. I just pulled on Uranus. There, he too is just hanging out. Now, he was aspecting for her for the full moon, which you guys got that reading, so you can refer back to that and see how that surprise, you know, might go for you. And then lastly, we have the North Node in Leo. This is in your career house. This is a career year for you all. So just remember that. Remember taking drama in stride, because it is ultimately bringing you destined experiences so that you get where you need to be professionally, even if it doesn't play out there, even if it does. You're getting primed for that right now. So yes, North Node in Leo for the Scorpio rising. And lastly, I'm going to pull on the moon, just for an overall emotional indicator to all this stuff going on for this month. It's in your second house at this particular moment in this chart, but only for a minute. So let's get started. What is being illuminated by the sun? Right there. Why? My program is supposed to highlight, there it goes, on the first try, not the 10th. Okay, what's being illuminated in your day-to-day activity for the month of, I thought you guys were doing good. 10 of Swords. So something is, you're feeling betrayed or have felt betrayed. Perhaps because of this Mercury conversation. Let's see what's under Mercury here. 4 of Wands. Okay. So there's, what's being illuminated in April is that there's some sort of ongoing conversation about stability. And it's hurting you. I don't quite understand why it would hurt you. Unless you want it and they don't. This can also be stability, not feeling stable in your day-to-day life. You know, could be maybe you wanted to move and you can't. Could be an actual building, like home. Could be marriage. I don't know, but it sure is upsetting you. I'm sorry to hear that. Let's see. Let's go to Saturn. What's the restriction? 3 of Swords reversed. Huh. So that tells me you're trying to get over something. You're trying to get over some fight or communication or something so that you can have more stability or heartbreak. Let's look at Mars. Right next to it is 2 of Wands. So maybe this is an old thing and you're just, but I don't remember you having a thing in your other readings. I mean, maybe you did. I just don't recall. So you're not, I'm not getting fixated. What's being illuminated is a hurt. 10 of Swords. This is betrayal. Just enough heartbreak, enough betrayal. You're trying to move on. You're trying to get more stability. This feels it's a past thing. How past? I don't know. So you're trying to move forward. You're trying, but it's bringing you down. It's still bringing you down. This hurt feelings, this betrayal, and you're trying to get more stable. You're having talks. Maybe somebody is trying. Maybe you had a discussion with the next partner that broke your heart, and now you got to make some decisions. You got 2 of Wands for the Mars. So it's like this way or this way. You got a choice to make in your day-to-day life. So maybe one of those choices is someone who's hurt you before. Let's look over here to Venus in Taurus. Why is there more than one of these? Well, I'll take it. I mean, you had 3 of Swords reversed over here. I didn't know there was more than one in a deck. I'll pull one more just to make sure, because you got it in the upright and it's a different 3 of Swords. Usually there's just one. We'll go with it. It's obviously something that's bringing you heartbreak. So what? I'm going to pull one more. One more on this 3 of Swords upright, signified by Venus. It's like revisiting something that hurt you before. And it's hurting you again. Yeah. It's a manipulator. We've got the Hermit and the Magician with that upright 3 of Swords for Venus over here. I feel like you've been seeking, you've been trying to heal yourself, and this feels like revisiting that thing with a conversation with someone. So they've manipulated in the past. You've been trying to seek. You're here in a state of heartbreak over this person, and it's in positive flow over here. So this could simply be a conversation revisiting whatever it was that hurt you so much. It appears to be a person. Maybe you would talk to them. Maybe they call you up out of the clear blue sky. I don't have any surprise cards just yet, but that would make sense. This would be like some ex randomly calling you or whatever and wanting to have one of those talks, you know, like, what went wrong with me and you? And you're like, I'll tell you what went wrong. You like fucked me royally and hurt me really bad. Like that, maybe? I don't get that anybody's intentions are poor or bad. And then we got this stuff over here squaring it. So it's like your heart going one way, but you know better. If that's the scenario, even if it's a work thing, it could be a place where you got fired or you were pushed out or you felt betrayed. So there's a situation. There's a situation right here where in the past you have felt betrayed and you're revisiting conversations of either commitment or real estate. And it's squaring over here to this conversation that has to do with past heartbreak. And now you're having to make a choice. So for all I know, this could be all in your own head. Maybe you're just thinking. That's communication. Because swords are very in your head. So maybe you're reviewing things. Maybe you had to walk away from a house. Maybe at one point that hurt you very much. Walk away from your things that made you feel stable. And now you're revisiting maybe getting another one or getting stability again. And you're like, I don't know. It's giving you anxiety. Let's go over here and look at your North Node. What year to go towards. Love it. Love it. Temperance. So this would tell me temperance is being your own guardian angel. It's taking care of yourself, doing you. It's by, the card is Sagittarius. And so, the instinct is to say, oh, you're your own guardian angel and make it all soft and nice. No, fuck that. Like temperance is fire. It's Sagittarians. They're all about adventure and philosophy, and they're excited about life. It's more than, taking a bubble bath and taking care of you. It's like beyond that, taking care of you in every facet, every way, including things that you're passionate about and that you want to do. So this could be a discussion of, do you want to go back with, if it was a relationship, do you want to go back with that person where you felt betrayed and hurt? Doesn't seem like a good thing, but I don't know. Let's look over at Jupiter in your first house. Right there. What's being made bigger? Queen of Pentacles reversed and Nine of Wands. Well, that's not you. Or it could be you. If you had financial issues in the past, it doesn't say that you did, but Queen of Pentacles, if it is you, is strictly financial. That's really not your energy at all. But if it's Queen of Pentacles reversed, and I'm right that this conversation over here was about real estate, maybe it's a financial issue that you can't do that, and you're disappointed in yourself. And you don't want to fight about it anymore. Or this could be this person that hurt you and you just don't want to fight with them. You're just not going to do it. It's like harshing on your Zen. So it's in positive flow. over here with Pluto. Nice. 6 of Cups. It's time for you know what? Look at this card. You know what this card means, really? This is a card of delight. This is playing like children. It's delightful. It's happy. Do you want to... You're like at a crossroads for some reason where you're going to choose delight and adventure and fun in a very, very, very positive way. Or are you going to go back to battle? Are you going to go back into the swamp? I know what I would choose. And you know what I love is that you're even seeing this as a choice, because I think in the past you would have jumped right back into drama. Because, like it or not, that's your happy place. It's where you're comfortable is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't mean, you know, your perception is you hate it and you're not happy. And yet, most Scorpio risings, you know, find themselves in drama. And you are now going, do I want that? Do I not? Let's go over here to Neptune in your house of happiness and joy. What did I gotta say? Fool reversed. So I feel like this is almost like an illumination, whatever this conversation is, whatever it is that's being brought to you in April. Feels like an offer of reconciliation or a revisiting for something from the past. Could be real estate, could be a partnership, could be both, could be a job, whatever the thing was that just really, you know, made you feel like the Ten of Swords, whatever that was, is back up for review. And it somehow shows you, I really like this. It's like drawing those things and you feel anxious. And at the same time, you're like, wait a minute. I'm coming to a place of happiness. Why am I even engaging in this? I was really happy before they called. I was really happy before this came up. And shows you, you know, I want any new starts, any new things. If I'm going to be making decisions, which is what that is for that Mars, which is action. If I'm going to be doing anything, I'm going to invest in me and my happiness. It's going to point out to you that you haven't quite done that all the way yet. Although I see you have a little bit. So good. Uranus over here, kind of teetering. For some of you, it's in the 6th. For some of you, it's going to be in the 7th. Surprise energy, 5 of Wands. Yeah, somebody's calling you up and you had a fight. That's it. And you were not expecting to hear from them. That's what's going to come in April. But it's more than that person and it's more than that conversation. It's about asking you as a spirit, as a Scorpio rising. Here's where you were in the past. Here's where you were in the past. Betrayed, hurt. I mean, this is difficult to get over. Here you are now. You've made it here and here. Temperance. Which one of those do you want to choose? Because now you know. You can't say you don't know. You are going to choose one or the other. Choose happiness. Choose you, man. How do you feel about all this? There you go. Palace of Coins. You're investing in you. Couldn't be happier about it. This is probably, for a lot of you, the first time in the history of the world where you've been able to walk away from drama because you're feeling happy. And I could not be happier for you. Going with that Barbieri Tarot again. I love it for you guys. All right, let's see here. I want to know what this past heartbreak is down here. This 3 of Swords reversed. Who did that? What was that about? Or is that the restriction, the fear of it again? And I'm looking at this one. You got that 3 of Swords reversed. I also want to know what you're choosing between for the Pluto. Right there. I can already see that your drive with that Mars is to be happy. I don't really need to. And this feels like you picked up the pieces of something that hurt you very much. You've been going on with your life, had your bumps, had your whatever, but have found a happy place. And now the thing is back, whatever hurt you before. And really, it feels like almost like a test, which is what Libras felt like too. You know, are you ready for a delightful existence? Are you? It's kind of the universe's way of testing you out, you know. Show me this Ten of Swords. What is up with that? That was what you got for the Sun, was Ten of Swords. What's being illuminated? There we go. And what is this Four of Wands referring to in conversation? Is it stability, a marriage? Is it an ex-partner? Like what? Who's trying to fight with you? That's what you got for that guy. Who's doing this surprise attack? It's bullshit fighting too. It's not even a good one. You know, if you're gonna fight with me, I prefer you bring the ammo. Don't be lazy. One more on this Venus. All right. Yeah, that's all I want. All right, well, let's see here. These cards are so hard to read, but I love them for you, and they're always powerful. Okay, for the Sun, we have, for the Ten of Swords, Ten of Cups. Don't go back to the thing that caused you all this pain. The pain was to get you on a road to what you wanted. And or you were so hurt because what you were believing in was a fantasy. It wasn't real. Just like a castle in the sky. For the Four of Wands, signified by, that was the Sun, and then this one is for Mercury. So there's some sort of conversation about stability and so feels like an ex. It really does. I'm sorry. It's like somebody you were married to or something like that. Wanting to talk about how great your union was, and you do not agree. Okay, you're like, oh really? Oh really? Oh really? If that were so, we would still be together, wouldn't we now? Wow, you're pissed. You were like, yowza. I like it. You guys are so fucking intense like that. That is so you. Like, what now? What'd you say? Do I need to bring my dragons and shut you up? Or do I can probably just get it done myself? Wowzers, you are not happy with that person. I'm going to go up here to this Venus is what I want to do. With that Three of Swords, and then we got the Hermit and all that. What do we got here? Woohoo! Woohoo! Is that, what is that, the Star? I think it's the Star. Yep. So, you were, this is almost like you being, I dig it. I think you deserve it. Looks like they hurt you really bad. So you were hoping to hear from this person again at some point. Here it is. You're welcome. Who is it? I'm looking at that Uranus with the Five of Wands, the petty fighting. Two of Wands. What you got down here? The fight is about you choosing something. So you just got it again. It's, they want you, there's a fight out of the blue about, I don't know if they want you back or want you, maybe it's a real estate dispute. I don't think so though. It's a lot of cups and wands, and it could be. So let's see. For the other Two of Wands was what Pluto was signifying. Wait, I'm lying. Pluto was the delight. Mars was the Two of Wands. So, Knight of Swords, you definitely reversed. You're not going to choose it. So it's saying, you know, this person's bringing you something to choose, and you are running away from it with your hair on fire, which, as far as I can tell, is a very good choice. Three of Swords signified by Saturn over there, what hurt you in the past. Five of Wands reversed. Old arguments, and it's like they're back again to argue more, and you're just not having it. Good. Now, again, this is all pointing you over here to your North Node, which you got Temperance for. I'm going to pull one more on that because it's like I said, it's like a test. It's like what used to drive you insane and get a reaction out of you that was like 0 to turbo in 5 seconds really hurt you. It's almost like an opportunity for you to look back, remember how sad and betrayed you felt, so that you can see how far it is you've come and how much I don't know who this is, but I love it for you. I'll find out in a second. This is for Temperance. Nice. Like, seriously, this is you like, yeah. The days of me boo-hooing over anything of this nature, which would you rather be? Are over. You want to be that, or you want to be her? I want you to be her. I don't even care if it's the devil. I don't think it is, but that is a strong bitch right there, and I like it. It is 14. Temperance again. And then you got Strength reversed. So it's you recognizing that that's Strength reversed. You're rebuilding your fire in a better way. How's that? You know, your passions, reevaluating it, knowing you're not all the way there, but you're going to tend to it and you're going to figure it out. This is a great reading. So whatever it is, any of those scenarios, a job, a relationship, it's something that hurt you in the past, the issue is coming back up, however it applies to you, you're coming into a place of delight, and this irritation is going to show up in your life in April. You're going to ruminate on it, and the purpose of all of it is so you can say your piece in a way that you could not before, and to show you how far you've come, and you're going to get a sense of, oh, yeah, right, this is the right thing for me to do. This is the right thing for me, okay? All right, well, while I was card shopping, I'm not an oracle card person. It's just not my thing, and never will be. It's just not what I do. But I found some astrology ones. So I really like it. I've done a couple of readings now with them, and it really is great. All I ask is, how can the Scorpio rising, what energies is the best for you to embody to get through this month with these irritations and things that are, you know, upsetting for you? What can you best harness and embody for you to get through it in the best possible way? Scorpio rising. There's not very many, so it's hard to shuffle. Well, I mean, it's not hard, but it's hard to get a jumper. Aha. Love it.